To use the add-on, you click on add-on, you go to highlight tools and click on start. We have the option of creating a highlighter library, so for different topics. So I've created one here for our training today. And all you need to do is highlight the text on the screen that you want to add an highlighter to. So let's say that was a claim. And we're going to come down here. We're going to say say this is some more information we would like to include that I thought was an important fact. So I can label these based on what I want the colors to mean. And once I know that, I come down here and I make a decision about how I would like to collect my highlights. I can collect it by sequence, so that's in the order in which they appear, or by color. And this gives you the option to create it in this document, in a new document, or if you knew the URL of the document, you can put it in here. I would go with new document and click on export. And then you get a link to go to that new document. You get a key right here that explains your labeling, and then a table that has all the information in it. And the name is given here based on the original name of your document, but you can change this if you would like. To create a highlighter library, you click on highlighter library, and you're going to notice you have a default one. And this is the one I created, but if I wanted to create another one, I'll click on add set, and you could make this the name of the project, so let's say project 1, and then I can start creating my highlights in there. I click on the color and decide on a color and say that one. I can change the color to make it exactly the color I would like. You have that option, and I keep on going. I can create another one. Scroll down. I don't want the color red. I want it maybe just a little bit lighter. And I can go in and I can give them names, verbs, nouns, as an example. And then when I'm done, all I need to do is click on save. And you're going to notice that I have project 1 because that's where I was last. If I decide that I wanted to give it one more, I can click on create highlighter here, give it a name, add verbs. Let's say I wanted to include that. I can also go ahead and decide on a color for that and click on create, and it's going to appear right here as well under that project. If I wanted to go in and change the highlighter that I was using, I can come here and highlight the one that I want to use and click on save, and now it's using my default one. So I have this one right here. If I would like to share my highlights that I created, so I created a set that I wanted to use. Let's go back to the last one I created, which was project. So I'll click on that, click on save. And so let's say I wanted to share this project 1 with all my students. I would come up to add-ons, click on highlight, and click on share. When I click on share, I get a link to a document which has the color scheme here in code and the instructions for how the students would get this highlighter set that I've created. So I can share this with all my students by getting a shareable link. You can put it out on Google Classroom if you wanted to, and the student would go up here, highlight tools, import the highlighter, and they will see that this one has already been shared. Click on the one that's the highlight set that they need to add to their library and click on OK. And once they do that, when they go back to the highlighting, they'll see it as one of their options to use.